Nella here, welcome to a pretty exciting video. As you can guess from the title, there was a new Lion King film announced. This will be a Lion King live action film. I've written on paper like my rumours, predictions, wish list sort of things, and different bits and bobs about the Lion King here and what we already know sort of thing. So this is just going to be what I would like to see in the film, things we already know about it, that sort of thing. So if I am glancing down, there's like, I've written so much, I can't rhyme it off. So, it was announced yesterday, the 28th of September. It will be directed by Jon Favreau. He directed the Jungle Book live action film, and that was a huge success. It was really well made. They are reimagining The Lion King, so it won't be 100% the same as the animated film. So it will be different. It will include songs from the original, well, the animated feature, and it's already in production, so it is happening. It's been fast-tracked, so they want it now, sort of thing. Now let's talk about the success of The Lion King. The Lion King was released originally in 1994, then again in 2003, then again in 2011. It is the highest animated feature and the highest grossing feature until Frozen was released, so it did get like 20 years up the top. There was two sequels, Simba's Pride and Hakuna Matata, which were really well made, and they kind of brought in a lot of money. They were direct to video, direct to DVD sequels. There was also the Timon and Pumbaa show in 1995. There's been games, Simba's Mighty Adventure for the PlayStation, Game Boy, SNES, PC, you name it. There was games, lots of them. There was also like sequel ones for the PC and whatnot. There's also been several cameos. Kingdom Hearts 2, there's a Lion King world. What else was there? The TV show Disney's Mickey's House of Mouse. They were in that too. You saw them sitting at the table and whatnot. The Lion Guard was also released in 2015 and is currently still on TV as a TV show aimed at juniors, but I know people of all ages watch it, so it doesn't really stop. The Lion King Broadway. It's been on Broadway for over 18 years now, and the Broadway, the films, the musicals, they've all won awards, so The Lion King has really lived up to expectations. Now, the difference between The Lion King and other Disney films is that The Lion King is an original. There's no princesses, no fairy tales. The only thing is that it's referenced or influenced by Shakespeare's Hamlet. So that's that. Now, when it comes to remakes, it is important to keep your eyes open and be open to the possibility of change, whether there could be a certain scene that gets played differently, that sort of thing, whether it's good or bad. Personally, I am excited, not just because I'm a Lion King fan, but at the fact I love the remakes. Jungle Book was so good, and I love Maleficent, and I love Cinderella. I really like them. I know that this film won't be everyone's cup of tea. I mean, some people might pretend it doesn't exist, but no one is forcing that person to go see it. No one's forcing them to, you know, oh look, it's a Lion King, shove it in their face kind of thing. It's something for everyone. And the also thing is about live action films, they can tell a story from a different view. Like Maleficent was obviously Sleeping Beauty, but it was in Maleficent's kind of thing. Now I have some rumours about The Lion King which have been spread about. These are rumours, these are just what people want to happen kind of thing. Scar not killing Mufasa, it wouldn't really be The Lion King if it wasn't for that, but I suppose it could be good. Simba and Nala not being the only cubs in the Pride Lands. Now, yeah, two cubs, not really fun. Like, what about Malka, Tama, Chumbi, that sort of thing, like in the little stories, even Malka, who I'm bringing up later. Mighty King of the Wild, otherwise known as To Be King, it was a deleted song sung by Mufasa, and Zazu was in it too, but he didn't sing. That would have been a really nice song to add in. Also, The Morning Report could be added into the actual feature instead of like an additional thing, like in the special edition film. And now, Zira being added into the film. This would give us some closure of Simba's Pride, because everyone's like, yeah, Zira's Scar's mate, what about Nuka, who's their dad, that sort of thing, so it would kind of bring a little bit of closure. And now I have a speculation that The Lion King live action will be released in 2019. You'd be like, oh my god, that's like 3 years away, but if you think about it, it'll be the 25th anniversary of The Lion King, and they tend to do things for anniversaries, because Beauty and the Beast also their 25th anniversaries this year. The live action film's coming next year, so I think Scar will also be blind in one eye due to his scar. A bit like Shere Khan in the Jungle Book, if you can see that, he is blind in one eye, so you know, it would kind of make sense. Also, to learn Scar's name, it would be nice to learn some closure about his real name. People call him Taka, sorry. More of Scar and Mufasa's backstory. Like, everybody wants to see this. People were trying to say that the new Lion King live action film will be about Scar and Mufasa, but if they include songs from the original film, it's not. Just like the Tale of Two Brothers, Scar got his Scar got his scar by the water buffalo after tricking Mufasa, kind of thing. So it'd be nice to have an actual story to go with it. I would really like to see Sarafina and Sarabi have more talking parts. I know sadly Madge Sinclair, who voiced Sarabi, actually died not long after The Lion King actually premiered in 1994. So she would need to get another voice actor. I'd like to see a scene with Sarabi, Sarafina and Nala, where not long after Mufasa's death and Simba runs away, they kind of comfort her. It would be a really nice scene, and I'd like to see Sarabi in the gorge beside, sadly, Mufasa's dead body, because it would give her closure as well, even though obviously you can't find Simba, so that would kind of, give her some closure. Could forgotten characters be returned? I'm talking about Mitu. Mitu? Yeah. Simba's little brother. Nala's little brother. Could he be Scar's heir? The other thing is, in the original story, Mitu was meant to be in the gorge, saved by Simba, but in resulting, I think Mitu was meant to have died, and what's his name? And Mufasa was meant to save him, that sort of thing. Also, I think that's how you pronounce her name, but Bati, I think? She's not a fox. She was some sort of African animal. I forgot to look it up. It was meant to be like Nala's friend, Nala's sidekick. She was also meant to be in the gorge, so I think she was originally meant to die as well. Zazu will have more one-liners, like handsome Frog talking about Scar, and then later seeing it in Hercules. That was a really, really funny scene. I would like him to have more talking parts in it. Moira Kelly returning as adult Nala. Based on an article a few months ago, she said she would love to return to voice her again. So there's the possibility she will return to voice adult Nala, which I really, really hope. Ernest Abela returning as Pumbaa. He's always been Pumbaa, so if he doesn't decide to be Pumbaa now, then something's far wrong. He loves that character, we love that character, and no one can play Pumbaa like him. James Earl Jones voicing Mufasa. He voiced Mufasa for The Lion Guard. If he's not busy with Star Wars, I'm sure he would happily come back to voice Mufasa. Whoopi Goldberg, I could see her coming back to play Shenzi. She played Shenzi in such an unbelievable way, really funny, and she really, really suited that character. Lebo M, he done like the score kind of part of the Lion King music. I would love to see, not remastered because we got that in the Legacy edition, but I'd love to see, like, The Rhythm of the Proudlands was a CD that came out, and it had some songs and score that wasn't in the film kind of thing. So to see all that put together, that would be amazing. Same with Elton John coming back in Tim Rice. That would be really, really good. Scar being a rogue, he was originally a rogue in like the original draft of the film, and he took over the Proudlands kind of thing, so that would be really good to see that back. The original directors could come back, Rob Minkoff and Roger Allens. They could come back and say, there's some things we didn't get to put in the film, can we put it in now kind of thing. The Cut Madness of King Scar, which was later adapted into the musical because it was quite dark, quite creepy. But compared to the Jungle Book, the film was pretty dark and it was pretty scary, so I think there could be a possibility of that song returning. Also, at the ending scene, we get some closure on who the cub is. It could be Kiara. Well, it is going to be Kiara because I don't believe in Copa, so getting closure, and then maybe even seeing Kion. I doubt that'll happen. I doubt we'll see Kion, but you know, kind of some closure on the scene. Also, coming about merchandise. When the live action Jungle Book was released, they released merchandise. They released plushies, posters, books, TV shows, t-shirts, that sort of thing. So there is like lots. Obviously, it's just been announced. There's not much information out there, but that's just my input of what I'd like to see in the film. I did have this really good idea. I had it in my head, and then when I went to write it down, I completely lost it. So if I remember it, I'll pop it down in the comments. Let me know what you think of this. I'm really excited. Your thoughts, what you'd like to see, if it's not already mentioned here. Obviously I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, so if there's something you don't agree with, don't start an argument about it. Let me know if there's anything in an original film you'd like to see retouched, because there was also a song meant to be sung by Sarabi to Simba after the elephant graveyard scene. I think that would have been really nice, but I also like the fact Mufasa was talking to Simba, and I'd like to have seen a scene with Sarafina talking to Nala afterwards. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the weekend for a review. See you guys then, bye!